How are you all? My name is Akole Innocent Selassie, your Com Skills lecturer and English language teacher. I'm starting a new series today titled Mind Your English. You will agree with me that English language and our Ghanaian languages have different structures. And sometimes we lack the vocabulary to express whatever we want to say in English. That is to say, our vocabulary is restricted or limited. So the intention here is not to make you feel bad that you or we cannot speak English like a native speaker, but the intention is to show the areas of difficulty so that we see how we can explore how to solve these problems by trying to find expressions that will make whatever we want to say standard. Today, for example, we're talking about two verbs which we normally interchange, and by so doing, we misuse them. These verbs are to send and to take to. Most of the time in the Ghanaian language, in the Ghanaian sense, when we say send something to somebody, we are expecting the person who is receiving the instruction to physically move the thing from one place to the other. But the use of the word in that sense is wrong. When we say send something to somebody in English language, it means that the person who received the instruction is to cause the thing to go without the person himself going. In other words, if you tell somebody, send this book to the room, you are indirectly telling the person to get the book to be taken to the room, but the person who received the instructions may not physically move to take the thing to the room. He or she must cause it to be taken there. But if you want the person receiving the instruction to get involved physically in moving from one place to the other, to move the item from one place to another place, or to deliver it, then I think the correct verb should be, or the verb phrase should be take to, or to take to, not to send. In most cases, for us in Ghana, including those of us who are educated, we misuse this word. We tell our children, send this furniture to the room, or send this book to the bedroom. If you say send to the bedroom, you are telling the child to get somebody to do it, or whichever means the child can employ to do that, he or she should do so. So somebody who is well-versed in English language can choose not to physically move the thing that you are referring to. In that case, you might think the person is disobedient or doesn't understand English, but that is not the case. I think the correct word should be to take to. Let us look at some examples of sentences of the verb send and take to. Then I think that will help us to understand this better. Look at number 1 here. She sent a mail to say she would be late. She sent a mail. The person who sent the mail didn't go with the mail. What is the explanation? She didn't deliver the mail herself. It was sent electronically or through the post. Number 2, he sent the items by post. What is the explanation? The postal services or the postal service did the delivery, not him. Let's look at more examples with send. Number 3, they sent the boy on an errand. The boy physically moved, not the person giving the instruction. In other words, they, in this case, did not move. It was the person who was sent that moved. John sent his regards to you. His message was passed on, perhaps by someone else, and not John himself. So you can see clearly that send is it has an idea of you sitting wherever you are and you cause something to move or someone else to move to do something. And now let's take a look at some examples of to take or to take to. I forgot to take my bag with me when I got off the bus. You were physically carrying the bag. In other words, you were physically carrying it. At a particular point, you forgot to continue to carry it. Don't forget to take a present for Catherine's new baby. You are expected to carry the present to her. Carry it, take it along, carry it. Take to, carry. Let's look at another example. When you are going home, remember to take the parcel to Henry. You need to physically deliver the parcel yourself. In other words, you have to carry it. And physically, personally, we'll give it to Henry. So we can see from this examples that to tell somebody to send something to a particular place when indeed you were expecting a person to carry it, then the verb that you employ is not correct. The verb send in this context is not correct. It should have been take to or to deliver, whichever way you want a person to, whatever is exactly you want a person to do, you got to say it. Take it to John. Deliver this to our headmaster. In other words, you were expecting a person to personally carry the thing. So take to is not the same as send. Send means you cause the thing to move from one place to another, either by using someone else to do it, or you use an agency, such as sending something by post, or you send it by mail. And take to specifically means the person who received the instruction must carry the thing to whatever destination he or she is expected to take the thing to. Remember to subscribe for more interesting discussions to come. Thank you very much.